The man carefully loaded bullets into a steel pipe. Then he kicked off the sink drain pipe, took out the metal deodorizer trap inside, and combined the two parts. Just like that, a deadly improvised shotgun was created. But outside the house, a group of heavily armed assassins had already arrived. To avoid getting shot to death, the man made a sudden dash and dodged incoming bullets, then quickly shoved the steel pipe behind cover. This clean, efficient takedown was terrifying to witness. The agent immediately grabbed a machine gun and unleashed a ruthless barrage on the killers. But knowing more were coming, he finished them off and then swiftly drove away from the danger zone. The man's name was Jack. Both in the criminal underworld and law enforcement circles, his name struck fear. He had once faced dozens of professional assassins alone and handled them like child's play. But despite being so lethal, he was framed during a mission. To escape relentless pursuit by the organization, he changed his identity and moved to a small border town. He even installed dozens of surveillance cameras around his house. Even more extreme, he turned his home into a mini armory. Before going out, he would launch a surveillance drone to scan within 10 kilometers for killers. The mysterious person behind the deaths of 8 organization agents had tried to pin them all on Jack. But thanks to his extreme caution, Jack uncovered a massive conspiracy. After finishing his coffee at a diner, Jack bumped into a bookstore owner he often saw. The man warned him that a bald guy had been flashing Jack's photo and asking around about his address. Jack then quietly hid in the bald man's car and, when the time was right, pointed a silenced pistol at his neck. To his surprise, the guy claimed he was a CIA agent too, and that his superior wanted to meet Jack, but Jack didn't respond. Instead, he ordered the man to drive into a remote farm. Only then did the bald guy realize how serious the situation was. As he got out of the car and tried to fight back, suddenly, when the bald man woke up, he was hanging from a beam, and Jack was running water into a metal drum below him. If it filled past a certain point, the man would drown in an hour. As the water kept rising, the man finally gave up the rendezvous location with his superior. But when Jack arrived there, he was shocked to see the boss was actually a former colleague. Still, Jack cautiously demanded he surrender his weapon and warned he had 20 minutes to explain. Otherwise, Jack's people would let the water drown the bald man. It turned out the man's daughter had been kidnapped, and the culprit was the same mysterious person who once framed Jack. He had come to Jack for help, not only to save his daughter, but also to expose the real mastermind. On the surface, this seemed like a win-win collaboration, but Jack had no idea that a shocking betrayal was waiting for him ahead.